Back it up, give it a little jolt. I gotta get an intro for my video. Feel that power? Oh, you broke the chain.
It's Drewski McGillicuddy's Deadly Friend movie review.
Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and finally I got around to watching this movie that I had bought a while back that I was all excited to watch, but then for one reason or the other, I just kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And that's 1986's Deadly Friend, directed by horror master Wes Craven. And I haven't seen this movie in about 25 years or better. Like, I was probably, I don't know math, but I was probably like 13, 14 the last time I saw this movie. But I used to watch it a bunch when I was younger because I rented it from the video store on VHS. I watched it on USA, Up All Night with Rhonda Shear and or Gilbert Gottfried. Not to mention, this was on Joe Bob Briggs' Monster Vision. And it was edited for TV, so there was a couple things in this one because I have, what's it called?
You have the Twisted Terror Collection.
The Twisted Terror Collection version, which is restored to its original. It's basically the director's cut, but there's only so much a director's cut can do when a studio meddles with your shit, okay? Because, yeah, this movie has a 5.5 on IMDb, which is slightly ridiculous. Slightly ridiculous. Because it's, we'll put it this way. It's not as good as A Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's definitely better than The Hills Have Eyes 2. But yeah, this is your typical 80s teen romp. Okay, that's what it starts off as. You know, with just a little bit of horror thrown in for good measure. I mean, it even has a scene that takes place on Halloween. But anyway, let's start from the beginning. So you start off, and there's this guy breaking into a car, right? And then this robotic arm comes out. So, yeah, so you meet this robot, BB. And what's the fucking guy's name? Paul. So Paul made this robot, all right? And he's giving him artificial intelligence, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So he lives with his mom. He's a high school kid, but he's in college. He's one of them people.
He's very smart.
He's very smart.
Some would say genius.
And then, you know, he moves into this new house, and he meets Sam, played by Christy Swanson, and she was only 16 when this movie came out, which is
her first feature film.
Which is weird because it's the case where you always think, oh, they got a 20-year-old playing a teenager. No, she was 16, but she looks pretty old in this movie, in my opinion. It's just my opinion, but what does that matter? But anyway, what are we talking about? So we find out that her father's a bit of a dick,
Piece of shit.
and he likes to put his hands on her and just slap her around. And BB, the robot, notices this right off the bat. There's a really fun scene with the town bullies, which you would have thought, you know, that the bullies would have had this been a John Hughes movie. I think they would have been in the movie a little bit more. But yeah, the first half of this movie is great. I love it. It's just, you know, your typical 80s teen, like sort of romance or whatever. And it's pretty interesting because they, you know, they try to look at the science behind his robot and the artificial intelligence and how everything works. But then you get to the part where Sam's dad, you know, is that a spoiler?
No, you gotta know how she died.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she dies because her dad throws her down a flight of steps.
He goes a little too far.
And then even after he realizes he done fucked up and she's probably seriously hurt, he's still yelling at her, "Get up! Don't be acting like you're hurt." He's like, well, she's not hurt. She's fucking brain dead, you fucking moron. You just threw her down the fucking steps for no reason. For no reason. She was out studying, trying to get smart. I mean, Paul is like a fucking genius, so yeah, who wouldn't want to fucking study with a fucking genius? But yeah, it's weird because I remember as a kid, I mean, not that there isn't some fun stuff to be had after she dies, but honestly, after she dies is where the movie kind of starts slowing down for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's. I mean, because she did her best. Like when he brings her back to life, she does her best as this, you know, robotic person walking around with her hands West Side or live
like
long
I
and
said,
prosper.
I kind of get it because he used BB's brain
Yeah,
chip.
and BB walked around.
And BB
He
only
only
had
had three
digits.
3 digits. But
I get that
can't
part,
can't do that on this hand. I can't.
That's because that hand is stupid.
But
You can't do this?
also I thought I guess they were trying to make her look dead, but they kind of made her look like she was going to an 80s pop punk concert.
The blue.
It's like, I mean, because if you look at this scene, try to find this as I'm talking about it, when she actually kills her father, because you know she's going to kill her father. When Paul comes down and finds her father in the boiler and pulls him out, that's some fucking grotesque, realistic looking shit. But then you've got this as her makeup. What? Also, another thing that bothers me about this fucking movie is the fact that the robot can talk. You can somewhat understand the robot. But for some reason, when Christy Swanson comes back, she can't talk.
It's not connected to her vocal cords yet.
Oh, it's not connected to her vocal cords yet.
If you notice,
Did I say
spoiler
that?
alert, she starts speaking later.
Yeah, but that's because it's infusing and she's starting to turn into real. Because that's what I got from it. Yeah, I don't know. This movie's definitely better than a 5.5, but the third act, and I'm inclined to completely blame the studio for the third act.
I completely blame the studio.
One of the best kills in any horror movie ever happens in this movie, and I'll gladly show that to you right now. Look at this. Isn't this just fun? I don't remember how long the clip is, but yeah, she throws the basketball, bam, and then it looks like two midgets giving each other a fucking riding on each other. I don't know what the fuck this is. Are we gonna keep playing it so that I can point it here? Let's make it smaller. Like, look at this. What the fuck is this? Where do I have it? But anyway, if you're looking at it, it's like the torso's got I don't fucking know. But other than that,
Obviously it's fake.
yeah, obviously it's fake.
And it looks fake.
But anyway, it's still cool as fuck. It's one of the coolest fucking deaths in any horror movie ever. And then you got, like, she picks a guy up and throws him at a windshield and it fucking kills him. I don't know. I mean, the third act seemed just very lackluster. And then the very end of the movie, it's like, what? I mean, obviously it's a dream, right? Obviously it's a dream.
No, that is how the CEO of Warner Brothers wanted this movie to end. They had to do reshoots for that crap.
So that wasn't a fucking dream sequence.
That was not a dream sequence. That happened.
I would show you what I'm talking about, but I want you to watch this fucking movie because it's definitely worth a watch.
Anything wrong with this movie is the fault of Warner Brothers Studios.
So yeah, that's the rating I'm gonna give it. It's definitely worth a watch, but don't expect to be blown away. Is that too long of a fucking title for a rating? Just fucking go watch the goddamn movie. I mean, it starts off promising enough, and a lot of people might like some of the stuff that happens in the third act. It just, as good as the beginning half of this movie was, why couldn't the fucking last half of this movie be just as good? I mean, she tried her best with her performance. It just kind of comes off as cheesy, especially when she's running. especially at the end. But I mean, it's still, if you're a fucking horror fan, if you're a horror collector, it belongs in your collection. But if you're just an average Joe movie watcher, I'd rent it, you know. But I'd definitely watch it. Go watch it. Definitely worth a watch. That's the rating. All right. So, have you seen this movie? Has it been a long time since you've seen this movie? What do you remember about this movie? Let's talk about this movie in the comment section down below. Yeah, I was very excited to watch this, and I gotta be honest, that ending kind of underwhelmed the whole movie for me. But I still recommend watching it at least once, just to say you've seen it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because I'd appreciate it. Plus, I lost 3 subscribers the other day for making that rant video, because they must have been sensitive. So if you could tell 3 friends that aren't going to be sensitive, then I can get back up to where I was and then work my way towards 600.
I think one was just that troll. So tell 2 friends.
Okay.
Each
2
person
friends.
tell 2 friends.
If all of you would just fucking help me out, god damn it.
Please.